So, dear audience, ladies and gentlemen, all around the world, welcome to the live stream. My name is Jani Mäkinen and I'm here with Thomas.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's a local time here at 5:30 p.m. in Graz, Austria, and this is the 11th World Championship for Underwood Rugby.
Now here in the game, Great Britain versus Canada, and this is the game for the last place here at the World Championship. Both teams new to the Underwood Rugby World Championship so far, and Great Britain and Canada, the women's team never participated as far as I know, only the male Canadian team in Cali the last time. And we are looking forward here to a, I'd say, fairly even game. Personally, from what I've seen so far, the Canadians a bit favored here, having the fighting spirit, but Great Britain also always trying to hold on, but Canada maybe with a little bit more experience on the women's side.
I was told that the British girls only started playing 1.5 years ago. So, but great sportwomanship to come over here in Graz with such a little experience in the sport, and I'm sure that they will take many lessons back home, and I'm sure that this will give them motivation to train, to develop their own game. Hopefully they can also create more teams in the UK. But
yeah, it will be fun.
Also in the chat, love that anthem on Underwater Orge. I also like the anthem of
Yes, there's actually a fun
Britain.
thing the Swedish coach told me, and he wants to create some kind of... Oh, let's get into the game and maybe talk about it in halftime. We are here with Canada versus Great Britain. Canada moving for the ball immediately. The ball getting locked up in the middle of the pool. Do we have the team sheets for Great Britain and Canada,
Yeah,
Yanni?
Sure. No. Davroltian asking about the purple fins, and I do not know that fin type. Some of the Canadians are wearing.
I think those are just the swimmer, usually those fin swimmers, speed fins. I don't know the exact name of the brand, yet I shouldn't say it on stream live. You might ask the British team afterwards.
Okay.
Now here, Canada settling themselves in the half of Britain. Trying to move on to the British basket. Defense holding on so far, being in place. Trying to move in. They scored their first goal in the last game. So we'll see, will they be able to score again here. Now moving in for Canada. Good attempt here to move on to the British goalkeeper. Can they shove the ball in? There's the
excellent contact to the goalkeeper, yes. Well done by her. And
taken up to the surface. The Canadians on average quite a bit smaller and thinner than the British team. Britain with the weight and size advantage here. Let's see if they can use it and seize it, or Canada will swim down the British team here in this match.
Just want to comment to the audience, because I know that the Underwood Rugby is not played much in Canada and UK yet.
Yep.
That this is of course it's a water sport, and what I like particularly about this game is that you can utilize your own, so to say, maybe the weight is some sort of an advantage in certain parts of these games, but then again, if you are not that tall and if you are
good attempt now, being underneath the goalkeeper.
One, and that's now on the
ball on
the
the rim.
Oh my God, that's on the rim and saved away by the British girls.
Saving it here for the UK. The ball being passed.
So one can take advantage of her
going
and
for the counter attack.
Own size and own
Number
own
5,
body.
Rachel Miles here for the British. Ball now being locked up.
Tomorrow in the men final we will see Colombia and Norway, and that's a good example of two totally different, physically also different, because the Norwegians, they are giant and the Colombians are much smaller.
Yeah.
So it means that you can play on the very top this game being a smaller person or a larger person. So
quite fun though. The Norwegian coach was talking to me after the game against Germany, and he was saying he's looking forward to more swimming in the game against Colombia, and I'm not quite sure how fun the swimming will be for the Norwegians in the game against the Colombians. Ooh, now good opportunity here for Canada underneath the basket. Two players being in position, but the ball cannot be moved down under the basket properly yet, and the ball dropping down, but being picked up for the UK.
She's all alone looking for her teammates coming. She must be alone on position now by now. Yep. Good pass. Now there is a stiff defense now already organized in the Canadian end, but now they should get changes because those girls were already spending a little bit too much time on the bottom.
Ball being locked up in front of the Canadian basket. Ooh, dropping downwards. The Canadian better go. Ooh, a bit risky here. Move outwards, and now Canada on the move. Bit of ball juggling here.
British girl number 14.
The ball yet again dropping down in front of the Canadian basket. Now on the move, number 32, Adriana Salas de Barros for the Canadians. For number 21, Charlene Alzaga has number 13, Hannah Hermansen. Ooh, the ball pass a bit too fast here to be received properly. Chance Milling, Christine Trottier.
Oh, there's an
moving in into the British basket, and you can see Canada trying to score first here into the first half.
Now the second wave.
It's a good attempt, and Canada be way more pressing here onto the British basket. Good attempt here to move in, and now yet again Adriana Sasabalos trying to move on, but the ball picked off by
number
the UK.
5, Rachel Miles. Rachel Miles, well done by her, taking the ball away. But now the Canadians again.
Cleared by Emma Jane Green for the Canadians, locking player up. Yet again moving on to the basket of those British women. Being stopped there a bit by the forechecking. But you can see Canada here really wants to score.
Now there should be a defender
more
coming.
pressing.
Yes, there is another British girl coming in, and
the ball moving up now.
The goalkeeper that Britain had there, she had a maybe little risky way to be on the goal.
Down the basket. Here defense not in place initially, but then
her shoulders were. She's so deep inside the basket for a moment there.
Yeah, it's quite often.
Now she has a
slim women, and quite often have a problem.
Really long dice. Number 10 from Britain. That's Anita Sherwood. She spent a good 20 plus seconds.
Open basket here, and two players underneath the goal. Can Canada score here?
Okay, it's an even game. We are already 6 minutes in this game. It's the first half. Canada in blue, Great Britain in white. It's the women plainsmen games. So we are in the 7th day of this tournament, which means that the teams are being put already in different groups again. So we had the quarterfinals. Those that couldn't make it to the quarterfinals were put groups in again, and now these games are being played so that the final ranking the final standing will be complete in a way that each team get to play opponents on their more or less on their own level. So it's an excellent way to actually arrange tournament like this.
Yep. Back in possession, the Canadians here. Now that's the call by the referee.
And it's for holding.
Holding. I think it's against Canada.
That was very much needed.
7.5 minutes played here.
For Canada. For Britain.
Yeah, Canada has to move backwards.
I think the whole time the British girls were able to bring in the ball to the Canadian end a couple of times, but there is no any risky moment yet for at around Canadian goal so far in this game.
Canada being in the defense. Benderson Plays the ball scrummed up
Number
and not
12.
UK.
Number 12.
Trying to move in. Both people are staying down for a long time so far.
Number 12. Her name is Alice Hickson. Her name, not his name, sorry.
Who said her?
I said so. Yeah. In the Finnish language, we don't have genders, so.
Really?
No,
not at all.
Not at all. So that's why it's sometimes difficult for me to remember the rules.
So German would be a very tough language for you, having all those different articles, not even anyhow being related to any kind of thing. So gender also being applied to things. We can see Canada, 49 Amateur in green, locking up the ball on the surface and being tackled by the British player.
She's a very strong player. Has no massive problems keeping that. She's number 49 in the
Amateur in green here.
Yeah.
Well, now Canada moving in, number 13, and can she drop the ball downwards? Yes, very well done here. Pass down to Chancy Malene Trottier, who's not able to effectively secure the score here for Canada. A good pass here into the corner, but the ball being dropped down again.
Now two British girls coming out of the water at the same time, exhausted.
Yeah,
so
Britain here for the first time with a fighting chance.
5.5 minutes left.
With Canada being the more pressing team. Hannah Hermanson going for the basket, passing the ball backwards. Ooh, and Jane Green here.
Intercepted by the British, but now the ball is on the bottom. No one goes for it for a while, and then the Canadian gets it. The British girls, when they are in the defender's position, maybe they should try to make a little move outwards from the goal once they want to go onto the surface. That's like the a game rule in this game. So the goalkeepers and the defenders should help a little this forechecking that is at around close to their own end, own goal.
The captain, Rose Elizabeth Avery for the Canadians. Moving in on the basket. Ooh, there's an opening here. Goalkeeper exchange not done quite properly. Ball still in possession for the Canadians though. Ball ripped out.
Yeah, that's out of the bounds. And I think it's going to be free throw for Britain.
Free throw for Great Britain here.
Outside pool, blue free throw.
Timeout now by the Canadian coach taken here. So Canada, Great Britain, even game. Canada being on the advance Canada being on the advance most of the time. You can see if they are able to score here in the first half. Great Britain, no pressing chance so far. Maybe they will come out of their own half and play and push against the Canadian basket here now after the timeout. Now the fun thing I was talking about before the game, Milos Szczeciński, the coach of the Swedes, actually had a great idea because the underwater rugby community is so tight and so many people know each other. He would like to set up like a kind of travel schedule for people to go around, especially in Europe. So people who have a spare room at home or a couch to offer, and people who want to play and travel around Europe quite cost effectively and also want to play underwater rugby. He wants to put them all together, have kind of a spreadsheet with all the names and data, and then you can just see, oh, there's a city and I have a player, I can contact him or her. They have practice on Wednesday, and you can go to the country. It would be great, I think. And I think a lot of players here from, especially from Europe, but also maybe from the other countries when you're around in Australia, in the US, if there's a club around the corner and you just want to go for a little bit of a practice, even though you don't have gear, most of the clubs have some spare gear, you can just get a mask, get a cap, and jump in here.
Stand with the wall until I tell you.
Are the Canadians again watching the game during work?
Okay, team's ready.
Yesterday they did.
Okay.
Yeah, we love the live feed. We love to have fun up here. Now back at the game. Canada against Great Britain. The timeout is over. And we'll see if the Britons can use this opportunity here of the free throw to get ahead and score on to the Canadians. So far, no chance here for the British to move.
There was not given permission for
You
that
have to
free
lift
throw.
it into the surface.
The ball has to be brought to the surface so that the referee can see it, and then the referee will give permission. And then there's a 3-second rule.
Yeah.
So within 3 seconds you need to pass the ball, and no opponent is is allowed to come closer than 2 meters to the ball during those 3 seconds.
Yeah, the chat saying Australia supporting Canada. Maybe they have a bit of a shared history with Great Britain. The colonials, so to speak, now fighting against the former head of their empire. But I think the Queen is still the informal head of the Canadian state. Or country in this case, I think. I don't know of the Republic of State. Gotta look it up.
Yeah. I think for Australia also there is some sort of a connection still existing today. I think so.
With whom?
With the UK or Great Britain.
Australia?
Australia, yes, I think so.
Yeah, you said Austria.
Was that?
You said Austria.
Yes.
I was confused a bit.
Sorry.
No connection between Great Britain and Austria, other than
no.
the 2019 Underwater Rugby World Championship here in Graz, where both teams are playing. But now it's Canada against Great Britain, and we have Great Britain moving forward onto the Canadian basket.
And we've been told here in the chat that Emma Green lives in Australia.
Oh,
so it's a good fact. A Canadian lady who plays for her country lives in Australia.
Yeah.
And Australia...
I've actually seen her play with the Australians in the Champions Cup.
Oh, okay. It's a pity that Australia is so far away from Europe. So it's like, I don't know, 15 hours, 16 hours of flying to get
there. We go. Australians actually were making fun a couple of days ago that there should be an Ashes for the Underwater Rugby Games because it's the one Ashes they could actually win. Now
the goalkeeper doesn't see her.
Oh, taken up by the goalkeeper. Now the pass downwards. Can't
another one.
Push the goalkeeper up. Ooh, there's a shoulder in the basket here. That was the ball not being able to move onto the basket quite yet. Oh, that's a bit of a tricky situation there for the UK. Canada being a bit pressing here right now.
Australia and Canada are in the Commonwealth. Yes, that's what I thought.
Also participating in the Commonwealth Games, as far as I know.
Right.
Now we've seen here the
Commonwealth. That's like a very beautiful wording, isn't it? Wealth, Commonwealth. Everybody's rich.
Yeah. Yet if you look at the history, good marketing by the British. Wow, Canada back in action. This is Canada. I Germanized a little bit here. Oh, now moving on to the British basket. Oh, an attempt here to go in from above.
There is another girl on the other side.
Oh, she's got to hold on to the hand. Here's the score for Canada. Number 21, Charlene Alsager, with the score for the Canadians. Getting her hold on to the arm of the goalkeeper, pulling her up ever so slightly, move after move after move.
Just what the goalie should have done. She should have fought.
Yeah.
She just let her take her arm and hold on to it. She should have just fight for it.
Yeah. Don't just let the opponents grab your arm. Fight for your arm.
Yeah, you need to get. She should have used her other arm to
now
rip
the
it away.
Canadian hype squad outside here in the pool area. Canada hyping up.
I'm looking forward for the party tomorrow night. So
yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah, bloody excellent. Way to go with a big basket. Now, timeout here taken by Great Britain, but I cannot see a timeout clock running down. A little bit of a mistake here by the desk. Maybe they have them running down on the stopwatch. We'll see.
Now it's running, yeah.
Yep.
So they will keep
a little bit of extra time here for both teams. Mistake by the referee desk. Only going in the favor of the players.
The game that I saw the UK playing or Great Britain playing before, I would say that they have improved within this tournament even.
Same with the Canadians. Canada playing an excellent tournament, only having 10 players left here, so they're playing with 4 on the exchange bench. One of the players injured, and having a great tournament in the last game, scoring for the first time in the last game. Now their second goal of this tournament, and Canada might actually be here on the path to their first ever major victory in a
women's international level
national tournament, in any tournament, most likely.
Yeah. So this is a historic moment.
Yeah.
Well, they have not won yet. Please remember.
Yeah.
How much time
it might be
actually? There's still
Okay, time.
1 minute and
1 minute
seconds.
17 in the first half.
Now looking forward. Great Britain moving on to the side of the Canadians. Canada immediately picking up the ball. Recovering them now, locked up by Great Britain. Britain trying to hold on here. Canada doing a great job for checking. And Canada placing those players underneath the bar. Canada is playing pretty good. Just a bit, if their gameplay would be a bit faster and more decisive, they would actually be a really good team. Their movement is pretty right, and their motions are good, and their
Finn swimming is quite okay.
Finn swimming is okay. Just a bit too slow yet, but now a good attempt here to go for the British basket. But 2 players being in place. Can somebody? Oh, good position here now, and can the ball be placed down? No, Britain here holding on, getting the ball to the surface.
Now some wrestling on the surface. So that's the end of the first half of the game then.
Britain just trying to scrum the ball up till the first half is over. Canada's trying to go for another score here. Now we're going into the halftime break.
Please stay tuned for the second half of the match. Canadian women against Great Britain.
Fun fact, George. Jorge Vargas, or is it George Vargas? Or what is it? Where are you from, George? Always giving out those fun facts.
No. Again, I have this feeling that I have to.
Some Australian love here inside the pool area. Yeah, she's pretty good. Yet there is no number 12 on the Canadian squad. It's 21. Oh, yeah, this Melanie McDonald.
Melanie McDonald.
Yep. Now, half of the halftime break over.
Both teams have quite good fin swimming, I would say.
Yep. Now, going to the second half here. In this game, Canada now being in a more pressing situation, going for the British basket. And you can see they're excited. They just like to be here, and they are having fun. And now that's the game for them. They can actually win. Britain supporters here.
Let me check.
Sainsbury.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's the British mascot here on the commentator booth, right up there.
We are here too.
Yes,
Davro is with us.
Davro is with us today, yeah. Now 1
He will
minute
see.
and 48
Davro
seconds to
will.
go
Davro
into
will
the
watch
second half
all
time.
the 96 games next week. Then write a few articles, right? Oh, also in Greece. Okay, it's a good recovery plan from these games. Actually, as a Finnish guy, I have enjoyed. This is my summer vacation away from work, and the beer is at half price here in Austria. So, thanks to the Finnish taxation on alcohol, it's
I think quite a lot of Nordic countries participating in this World Championship.
so maybe I'm saving while I'm traveling here.
Looking forward to the party on Saturday.
Sure.
It's gonna be free beer and free wine. It's gonna be dangerous.
Really?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
And Yanni knows what's gonna happen if there's free beer
I need
for
to be
Scandinavian countries.
going to Vienna for my flight the next morning pretty early, so I think I'm not gonna. Well, hopefully, I'm not gonna end up in dancing on the tables like I saw in some of these games. That people just go crazy.
The Aussie is always
no.
up for
Oh
some
no.
fun chants, hyping up the audience here.
Right. We are about to see the second half in match between Canada in blue, Great Britain in white. This is women category. Let's see if the British girls are able to equalize the game. I really hope that they would score in this game.
Remember, this is the game for the last place, so
Right.
it's the first victory for either team of the both of them.
Right.
So it's gonna be interesting to see who will take it away. 15 minutes to go. Canada being faster here onto the ball in the middle of the pool, but Britain taking it away. Picked up ball, dropping down, picked up, and number 5, Rachel Miles for the British.
Well done. She took 2 Canadians with her while she was
Rain
going
Williams, the
vertically
captain.
upwards.
Forward to Natalie Hobbins. But in the basic movement, you can see that the Canadians are the more experienced team there. Their movement's more fluid, and they also, some of the players having quite some tournament practice actually.
And it seems that like some of the British girls don't just want to make the initiative to go to the goal. Again, they had, I think there were a few girls there. They should have just gone to the goal.
Yeah.
Because
Very, very tough though for the British to have more than 2 players underneath the surface.
now there's
Now
one
they're
girl
going
coming.
for
Now
it.
there are
4
more girls
players
around.
moving downwards. But Canada
Let them have the
being in
ball.
good
Okay,
position.
they have it now.
Ooh,
And there is a
moving
good
in.
contact, and there is another girl waiting for a pass now in
Again,
number
Rachel
12.
Miles for the British.
Excellent moment for that. This girl, number 5, she's
Doing a lot of doing a good
again
job
Rachel
for
Miles. She's really have some good lungs because she was
the other
really
number 5.
like
Isabella
20
Bernard,
seconds below.
trying to move forward for Canada. Ooh, the ball being dropped backwards. Number 7, Chansey, Malene, Christina Tutti, picking up the ball. Jolene Alsaga moving forward.
Good forechecking by the British here, but well done also by the Canadian protecting the ball like that, turning around.
Bit of a kick on the ball to move it forward.
Well done.
You can see Canada rotating quite well forward here into the half of Britain. Moving on to the British basket.
Now all the Canadians are just in the same. Now on the surface, breathing. Number 12 now.
Ball locked up on the surface again.
Alice Hickson. Canadian captain, that is 98 or 99.
Chancey Trottier moving in. Yeah, 99 is the captain. Emma Jane Green.
Rose Abry.
Oh, sorry. Rose Elizabeth Avery, sorry. 49 is Imogen Green. Long days here for us at the commentator booth. Rose Avery, handoff to number 12.
But now we need some new British.
McDonald.
Where are British girls?
Good positioning underneath the basket, but they can't just move the goalkeeper up. Oh, now good positioning
another
here as
try,
well.
another try.
Oh, there it is! Second goal for Canada.
There was a
Isabella
moment,
Bernard for the Canadians. Goal by number 5.
there was a moment where the British girls spent too much time waiting for their change players coming in.
Yeah, Isabella Bernard, a dual effort here by Isabella Bernard and Emma Jane Green, I think.
That is 49 Emma Green.
Yeah,
yes,
together with, they were both on the ball, shoving it in. Now Canada with a 2-0 lead over Great Britain, and now Great Britain has to move forward, trying to equalize here and at least have one goal scored here to catch up to the Canadians. And Hermanson pass forward. Adriana Saldevares. Emma Jane Green again. Ball moving forward. Number 13. And Hermanson. Jane Green.
The defender here, a little maybe difficult position.
Saga. Oh, now good position here by Emma Jane Green. Oh! She didn't push onto the ball properly.
Laura Karlik saved it in a very nice way. She moved in just right on time to snap the ball with her arm. And another try by Canada.
Moving in again. 5 minutes later in this halftime.
This defender again, number 3, her is Natalie Hobbins. She's too much upward position. She should put her back
on the bottom
on the bottom of the ball and keep her head away so that the goalie can turn around.
Bad yet again, moving in. Not a call by the referee.
Referee pushing, so I think it's going to be for Brittany. Yeah, so somebody was lifting the goalie without having possession of the ball. So it's free throw for Team Great Britain. That is from the mid pool.
Canadian fans, defense chance.
Lifting without the ball.
Whoa. Canadian moving in.
Well done.
Changing the dolphin kick, the speed up.
Speeding on to the UK basket. Oh, it's Great Britain, not the UK. Ooh, and a good move in and a nice attack onto the head side. But they cannot put the ball in immediately and not being locked up by the defender.
Well done by the goalie.
Good clear.
She's Rains Williams, the captain of the British team. She got a good punch on her head, but she was able to save it. It's less than 9 minutes left in the game. This is the second half, and I'm sure the British girls are hungry for a goal now. I'm not sure if they scored yet in this tournament, so it would be worth. They have earned it, that's for sure. So I really hope that they will.
Yeah, Cannon moving forward.
She should just go. Now she's looking for her own teammates, whereas they would have been one-on-one. She should have made it all the way to
she
the
should have
goal.
gone on the entire way and not go up into the corner.
But I think this is the tactic they've chosen. That they make they take the game first to the corner and then try to organize an offensive. But now the Canadians take the ball again. So if you're able in this game go one-on-one on the goal, you should always take the opportunity.
Now back on the basket of the British woman, number 13, Hannah Hermanson. Oh, and there's the score. Well done. Elizabeth Girard-Vicina for the Canadians.
I think the goalie, she just quite couldn't see the ball coming. She didn't know where the ball was. And I think
that's kind of game over now for Britain. Britain, oh yeah, the goalkeeper not being in position properly here. And Canada seizing the momentum, moving in onto the Great Britons.
Now the number 11, she went down, but she didn't go all the way onto the bottom where she should have. She was on her way, but then she decided to go back on the surface. And now the British just should be below the ball. That's where it's gonna drop when somebody. That's it. That's the easiest. And now there is no defender. Now this is a moment for Britain. Do they see for this opportunity now? Well, a good try at least. They could kind of like confuse the Canadians.
So a bit of a dangerous moment here for the Canadians. The defender moving up and tackling the forward, number 12, Alice Hickson.
Some wrestling ongoing. 6.5 minutes left in the game. Well, that was a great decision, putting on the bottom, because she was so much surrounded by the Canadians. And now it's a good jump, number 8 coming in. That was an excellent
good
move,
attack
actually.
here.
Yes.
Oh, the ball dropping down by Canada. Ooh, the ball pass backwards
but
to the goalkeeper.
Are they able to take
really
it away
risky.
now? Really risky by the Canadians. So they are taking these risks. I'm sure that if Brits keeps just fighting, they could score.
Oh, now Canada moving forward again. Melanie McDonald. I'm so sorry. Five minutes approximately to go here in the second half. Canada being again on the side of Great Britain. Trying to circle the ball. Ooh, dropping down into the corner. Locked up now again by number 5, Rachel Miles. The ball being passed downwards. Ooh,
the goalie was changing at the very same time. Number 9, Joe Woods, going to a defender's position. Now the ball is with the Great Britain. Now they should just get away with it. Just go all the way. Go, go, go.
Oh, out of breath already.
And now she has no any girls with her. There should somebody below her to go, and it's always easier to pass this ball downwards. So it's like the rule number 1 in the game. While you are not in possession of the ball, try to get below the ball.
Yep. That is most certainly right. Jane Green. Pass forward, chance at Trottier. And Canada doing a good job here, moving the ball forward into the British half.
The goalkeeper, she wasn't there for a little moment. Now there is. And this goalkeeper, number 10, I made this.
Oh, the ball dropping now underneath the goalkeeper.
Now this is difficult. She's holding the basket. She was holding the basket.
Yeah, there's the advantage given. Now the penalty time might come up in a moment. Yeah. The advantage given by the referees. Hand is up.
Yes,
Yeah,
they have seen it.
there's
It's
the
a
call.
penalty. Yes.
Delayed call by the referees. Well done, signaling it right away.
Yeah.
And now there's the penalty.
Just for the audience, just to, you to know that it's not permitted to hold on to the goal, and the
Penalty throw,
British
holding
and they want to take a timeout now immediately. The British girls.
Yes, bravo to the cameraman. Actually,
white
you should
team.
say thank you to the guy in the water or the girl in water, whoever
White
it is.
team, yes.
Yeah.
Always being on the moving camera in the middle of the pool.
Yeah.
A staff member, often forgotten.
Yes. The
Timeout,
cameraman is
white
always
team.
forgotten. That's a great comment. Thank you. And Nancy Delisle, thanks for watching. Thanks noting that we are not spending our vacation times worthless here commenting these
Yes.
games also. And all the, you know, we have maybe team of maybe 30 people working for you here, so we are lots of people. Also in the techniques and the organizing all this is quite a bit of work and effort. So what just happened was that the referee saw the British, I think she was number 10, and I made this comment while there was this break and ads, maybe for you guys seeing this online. So she has a really narrow back. Therefore, she has problems avoiding her shoulders being put into the
To the
into
inside
the,
perimeter
into
of
the
the ring.
basket, into the goal, because then it's again it's a penalty always for that. So now she hold the basket,
Okay,
which may
fine.
be intentional,
A
you
little
know,
bit more back.
but she
If
should
you're
of
not
course
used
not
to
have
it,
done
and the natural reaction would be.
And the penalty shot is 1-on-1, and that's 45 seconds.
I'd
And
say
the
Emma
goalkeeper
Jane
cannot
Green
leave
here
more
going
than
for
her
the
body
penalty.
dimension away from the goal.
Emma Jane Green going for the penalty against number 8. That's Kristen Mills for the British.
Using her feet well, that's the way.
Ooh, camera team.
That's the way. No panics yet, so she's just. Actually, the Canadians should have made more effort to get the heart beating up. 15 seconds left, and now she goes on top of the goal. Again, a good decision, and again using her
Goalkeeper just
feet.
using her fins, and the Canadian not able to move on to the goalkeeper properly. Now she's got a good hold on the neck, but she can't move in properly. Can she put the ball in?
No! It's saved. She's been picked up.
Ooh, well
Ladies
done
and gentlemen,
by the
well done.
goalkeeper.
That's number 8. She's Kristin Mills. Well done, Kristin. And she's happy. I can see her smiling, and the girls are shaking hands, and she really enjoys that. It was well done by her.
45-second penalty is
45 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. It may seem like an easy task. While you're defending the goal, it feels like an eternity.
Now for the technical staff, our monitor is off again. HDMI 1 for us.
Teams ready.
And we are now. It's 3 minutes left in the game.
Teams ready.
I was just letting it
And
run.
it's starting now from the mid pool, so the ball is in the middle after this penalty. Aggressively, the Canadian lady comes in and takes the ball away. And number 15, that Elizabeth Girard Vezina. British number 3, Natalie Hobbins had it.
Now being pushed out of bounds.
That's out of bounds, and that means the British free
Melanie
throw.
McDonald here being pushed out.
Outside of full.
And they are shouting defense, defense. Okay, so
the American
this-
football chants
American
here.
football. I know it's you know, my
Defense.
eldest son, he is playing American football. So now I know something about the sport. Although in Finland it's not among the biggest
big.
sport. And now when we have Canadian viewers, let me remind who is the current ice hockey world championship. It's Finland, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Yanni here.
That
Oh,
was specifically for the Canadians, just to remember.
not making friends. He's not here to make friends today. Our commentator Yanni Mäkinen.
Free throw, mid pool, then this is for Canadians.
Holding. Blue free throw.
And it was holding. So holding is not permitted. Once you have no possession to the ball, you cannot hold. The one that has the ball, you can of course chase. You're not allowed to grab the fins, the mask, the throat. So pretty much all the rest of the bodies can be gripped and used in that way.
All right, now Canada yet again trying to move in onto the British basket. The ball being locked up. Back out and in possession of the Canadians. Jane Green on the basket again.
And
Can she
again,
push in?
excellent moment. That's a really tough goalkeeping by the Brits.
Also, now the defender was actually in place here and pushing against her.
And another one coming in already.
The defender's just swooping in here in the last moment.
There seems to be continuously, the British defense is not, well now there is somebody, but there was a good like 10 seconds without any defense in her position.
The Canada
the ball was a little bit
juggling the ball around on the surface. Canadian chance, not stopping.
No.
For the technical stuff, we still don't have a picture on our screen. Wir haben immer noch kein Bild auf unserem Bildschirm hier unten, but only 36 seconds to go here
so
in the game.
Last half a minute.
Canada versus Great Britain at the 2019 Underwater Rugby World Championship here in Graz, Austria.
That's it. Few seconds left. It seems that there's not going to be another attempt on the goal. That's it.
All right, there's the game, and
Canada has
that's
won
the first victory for Canada here in this tournament and in any major zone championship. So you can see
the
very
girls.
Happy Canadian faces. They worked really hard throughout this entire tournament, and now they take away their first victory.
And also the British girls, they are hugging each other within the team. I'm sure that they would have loved to win this, but still they are with happy faces. They fought well, no doubt about it. And the most important thing certainly is that everybody, all the teams should always enjoy playing the game. That's
most certainly. It's always important for everybody to remember everybody here is doing this for free. It's all for fun, so to say.
Yeah,
it's
and
all
I can see now
sports.
all the girls equally on the British and the Canadian. Everybody is smiling, so it's a good sign. And actually this sun suddenly starts to shine here for the first time of the day. There is a magic now in Graz. And Wolfgang got into the commentator's booth, so there is lots of miracles now taking place.
Wolfgang coming in and the sun is shining, everybody's lighting up.
The world shines on us now. The Canadians took the first ever international win here. But British, they fought well. They need to go back to their island. They need to practice more.
Come back stronger the next time.
Yes.
4 years to go until the next championship.
And I think I would recommend the team Britain to try to go and do some camping with other nations.
Yep.
That would help them a lot. If they could just travel for 1 week to Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, you name it.
Maybe the training camp in Multia from the Swedes, for instance, in the summer.
Yeah, that's
always
right.
a good opportunity. It's open for everybody.
Yes.
There are different elite categories and downgrades. So very nice. So, an die Technik jetzt nochmal. Unser Bildschirm ist schon wieder ausgefallen. Bitte um ein bisschen Support hier unten. Wir kommentieren gerade über die Videowand im Bad. Das funktioniert, aber doch ein bisschen schlechter als erwartet. Also wieder ausprobieren, vielleicht funktioniert es wieder. Wir wissen ja nicht genau, was los ist. Wir können nur reden und sind keine Techniker.
And the next match will be
next match Italy versus the US on the women's side.
Italy in blue color and US in white, and that the game is gonna start at 18:45 p.m. here in grass time. We are in Central European time
Yep,
here.
half an hour from now.
Half an hour.
Game number 88.
Yes, 88th is the game number. So we've seen quite a bit of, and Davral promised to watch all the games from the YouTube later on.
All right, I think I'm not gonna hand over to either Wolf or Deverell. I do not.
Thank you for watching.
Next up. Well,
Hello audience. I have some Canadians here. I have one girl from Team Britain. How did it feel to win the game?
It felt great. You know, we worked very hard for this, and we worked together as a team, and we're hoping to continue on and hopefully bring more women in Canada to participate in the underwater rugby community, and hopefully we'll get larger numbers with the Canadian team. So.
Excellent. I saw few British games you playing, and I think that your game had developed during the tournament. Did you get a lot of help from other teams and other countries to see the improvement field for you?
Yes, definitely. We had a lot of help from different teams and a lot of support from everybody. And it was really beautiful. And I'm super proud of Charlene because she scored the first goal. Yes.
This game.
And I played for the first time.
Yeah, well, she introduced me, Cassie. I met her a year ago on couch surfing, and then she introduced me to underwater rugby. She was like, "Do you know how to swim?" I was like, "Yeah." And then I've been playing ever since, and I've seen her again, and it's so special because of that.
Excellent. How this will continue now? What do you do then when you go home? What are you planning?
Well, I'm planning to start my own team in Sudbury, Ontario. Hopefully to rack more female and male underwater rugby players so we can have bigger numbers instead of 10. But, and then hopefully that, well, we just made history for being the first all-women's underwater rugby team. So
Because strong women uplift other women.
Yeah.
That's what strong women
So
do.
hopefully it'll encourage more people to.
You enjoyed it a lot here in Graz, right?
Yeah, it was amazing, and the Austrian team were also really supportive, in particular for all of us, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Then I know, I must say, of course, you know yourself that the quality for your teams was not quite high enough to go to the quarterfinals yet. What do you need to do? What do you think you need to do to be able to go on a higher level in the game?
More training, more practices, more girls especially, more practice times all together since we only met maybe 3 times in the past 3 months. 6 months? Yeah.
Since February.
Yeah, since
that's when the
February.
Canadian team
So
started.
we've only met maybe 7 of our women, and we've met all together a week ago.
So for the British girls, how scattered you were, or are you from the same city or same area in your country in this team?
So we have a lot of girls from the Gloucestershire club, the Barracudas, and then we have about 3 girls from Pure, from London, and then a few who've commuted from other countries. So we've got Mills, who's our amazing coach, who comes all the way from Norway to come and train us, which has been amazing. And there's more clubs that might be popping up, maybe in Warwick with Rob, and so there'll be more in the future.
Great to hear that. So we are witnessing now unity. Soon these will be soon together, these flags. And are you all gonna participate the party tomorrow night? Great to hear. Thank you for the interview. And now I can hand out the mic if you want to send greetings back home.
Oh, we want to say hi to Diana, who's back in France. She was our 11th member, and Nanny.
Yeah. We want to thank all of our supporters from Timmins, Ontario, Brantford, Ontario, Toronto, Ontario, Montreal, Quebec, to be up early in the morning to cheer us on through each and every game.
I just want to thank you guys for letting me be the captain and letting me lead these wonderful girls. And we're going to win again in 4 years, right? More than one game.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.